Kara. Welcome to my craft room. I am so excited about showing you guys this card. I kept the background super plain because I wanted it all focused on the story that it was telling. So, same with the sentiment, everything. I kept everything in the background, that same cream color, including all of the frame and everything. I want everything to focus on the blue and the gold, which of course is the most important part. So here they are, the wise men. They're following the star. And then this opens it up into a book. It's called a book pop-up card. And I put the message for unto us a child is born and Merry Christmas. Very plain again. Wrote it right on the paper. This is not hard and it's fast. But boy, does it pack a punch. So go down in my description. The base for this card is there. Click on the Cricut link and Cricut will put the base of this card onto your canvas and you'll be ready to go. So let's go make it. Okay, here we are on the canvas. If you clicked on the link in my description, then Cricut loaded this up onto your canvas. If you did not, go down in my description and click on the Cricut link there. Here is your envelope. I made it into 2 pieces, so this can still be cut out by 8.5 by 11 paper. But this is a 5 by 5 card, which is a very standard size. So, you know, you can actually buy packages at this size. So, but I'm going to move this out of our way. This, I am so excited about, and I probably said I do my introduction later. So, I adore this card. I wanted to make it super plain in the background so the blues would just pop right out. So first, I did kind of a medium dark brown on this. So you're going to go, if it has a score line or a pen line on it, you cannot change anything in, oh, wow. Okay. I reloaded my thing and everything changed. Okay, so let's find this guy. Okay, so then you just highlight the square. Oh. There we go. And then you're going to go to edit. You're going to hit down here where the color is. And I kind of did a darker brown. So I'm going to hit this brown, but I'm going to move it up here. This is just to differentiate it from the cream that we're getting ready to do on this one. Again, you have to just up. Okay. Listen. They changed this program, so it's going to take me a few minutes to get used to it because I could not change. I couldn't put on like a score line or anything on anything when I was doing this. And then, so I had to completely delete the app and reload it. And when I did, this whole layers section, totally different. And I did that about 5 minutes ago. So you're going to have to be patient with me on this one as I learn. Okay, now we're on the front and we want that cream color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick this brown again, same family color, but I'm going to move it way up here. Now, it doesn't have to match yours exactly. We are just trying to differentiate between the 2 colors. And of course, you don't even have to use cream. You can use whatever color you want. And this one is going to be our same light. This guy is the only thing in this whole card that's going to be that color. Everything else is going to be this light cream. Okay, let's take off layers now. Now we need images. So you're going to go down here and click images. If you have never looked up an image by its code number, all Cricut images start with #M. And the wise men, I'll have you a whole list here in a minute, so you don't have to do this right this second. The wise men is 1A, 62, 205, oh wait, sorry, 05FE, 05FE. And there they are. Then you're just going to click on it. It puts it down here by add. You can see that I've put up your whole list here. Once you get all of the things on the list down here by add. Just hit add and get it put on the canvas, and I will meet you over there. We'll get our colors and our sizes fixed, and you'll be ready to cut. I'm going to fast forward from here, but I'll leave your list up. Just grab all of these images and get them put on your canvas. Okay, here we are on the canvas. Let's get our blue panels done first. And this is going to use this. Let's go into layers and find it. There it is. Whoops. Hold on. Again, not used to this. Layers usually comes out about half that size. Okay, we are not going to use this. Oh. You can't hide them anymore? How do you hide it now? Ah, here we go. Hey, I learned something today. If you want to hide it now, instead, there used to be an eye symbol at the bottom here. Instead, you're just going to click it twice, click it twice. And then we don't need this big piece. We don't need these guys. And okay, I'm going to ungroup this so I can show you. Okay, this right here, we don't need. It's a little easier. We are not going to use these two top pieces, but it's too much trouble to get rid of them. So there is that. I'm going to put them all back together again. Oh, I need some more room. This layers takes up a lot of room now. Okay, I'm going to group it just so it's easier for me to change its sizes. First, let's change our colors since we're going to have to duplicate this a bunch. So let's go into layers again. These are going to start darker and go lighter. So this largest one is in the very back. It's going to be, we're going to work with 4 different blues. See these 3 blues that go up and down right here in the center, and then the darker one just to the left of the bottom one? Those are the ones we're going to work on. The lightest is this one. Okay. Then this guy. Oh, this guy. Hold on. Sorry again. This guy is going to be our next one, which will be this middle. This guy... This guy is going to be this bright one. And then we're going to make a square that goes behind these. And it's going to be the blue right to the left of that. Now, I'm going to take the layers off. I'm going to go to shapes. I'm going to hit square. What I need is a background for this. And the one on the front cover, solid blue background for the front, is 2.2. And you are going to unlock your button in between, and the height is going to be 2.35. 2.35. I normally try to make everything, I normally try to make everything kind of an even number, but we're trying to fit things into a specific little spot. And now we're going to go this super dark blue for our background. This is 2.2 inches wide. I'm going to change, I lock your button in between. I'm going to change this to 2.2. There we go. And I'm going to bring it to the front. I'm going to group it. Okay, there is your blue panel for the front. But we also need 2 more. So we're only going to duplicate it once. Both of these are going to be the same exact size. And these are going to be, go back to edit, unlock your button. And they are going to be 2.47 wide by 2.85 high. 2.85. There we go. And then we need another one of those because we need 2, except we're going to change a little bit from one thing. Behind the manger, I did not put this light blue because I felt it was competing too much. So I am going to delete that. Okay. The other one is fine. So let's take the layers off. Again, you're not going to be using those little things that are floating up. Okay, here we go. There's your 2 blue panels for the inside. Now, let's go ahead and finish our cover. Okay, so let's do our frame. Our frame is 3.15. So 3.15, since it's square, it's going to be the same. And then I changed this whole thing to the cream. Again, I didn't want anything busy that was going to take away from the blue and the story we're telling. But we also needed kind of a window kind of thing. And so this is what we're going to use. We've got it the right size. I am going to go into here to layers and find it. It is all highlighted. I don't know if this is going to work now because this is new. We're going to hit the cream and let's see if it's going to do all our colors. And it did. Look at that. Okay, this goes here. And it goes right here in the middle of our cover. Okay, so here are our wise men. Now, I just had to pick a color to make all of my gold. You know, I've got to have something that differentiates the gold from the cream. So I kind of picked this really dark yellow just because it'll make it easier for me to keep track. And then the size on these guys is 2.8. There we go. And, oh, ha! Let's get these guys over here. Put them up to the front. I put my guys all the way as far as I could over here to the left and up a little bit. There, like that. Okay, and we're not going to use their star. It's tiny anyway. So, the star, we need 2 of these, and they're both going to be the same size. Sorry about my squeaky chair. They are both going to be 0.9 high. There we go. And I need to change this to that funky gold color. Okay. Then I'm going to go into actions and hit duplicate. I need 1 for right here. And there you go. Your cover is completely done. Okay. Mary and Joseph. Oh, and you know what? Hold on. Let me look. I missed something. And I want to fix it really quick. So I'm sorry. Okay. So I'm going to go back to here. I'm going to ungroup this. And what I didn't do was I want our hills to go the other way. Okay. On all 3 of these. So first, the one from the cover, I want you to go to edit. Now look all the way over here to the right. Do you see where it says horizontal? I need you to switch that. There you go. And this one too. And this one too. There we go. Why? Because I wanted a more night sky to fit our star into? Where is my other star? Oh, yeah. Okay, I already did that. Okay, so I'm going to put this back in here. I'm going to group it back up. And then I'm going to put it back over where it went. Okay? And it doesn't have to be perfect. It's just to keep our spot there. Now, okay, sorry about that. I knew I was missing a step and I couldn't figure out where or why. Yeah. Now, on this one with Mary and Joseph, you will notice when we're putting things together that I messed up. I made this front blue the same color as my back blue, but I fixed it for you. So, now, this is 2.47 wide. Mary and Joseph is. Okay. I am going to bring them to the front so we can kind of see what we're doing here. We are going to end up cutting when we get onto the canvas. We're going to cut a bunch of this off. We're going to cut the palm tree off. And then we're going to smooth out some of this so it looks more like sand. Okay? But other than that, go ahead and cut it out this way. It's too hard to do it any other way. And this is going to be our cream. Here, this goes here. And so does the star they're following. There we go. And you're already done there. Group that together. I'm going to go ahead and put it where it goes. And the only thing we have left is our manger. And our manger is 2.7 high this time. We're going to use the height because I need to fit this with the star. Okay, let's double check on that. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, let's change our colors. You're going to go back into layers and find our guy. Okay, this guy is going to be our gold, which is this funky dark yellow. And, sorry, this guy, I'm still learning how to do this since I've only been doing it for about 10 minutes. And this guy, of course, is going to be our cream. What I wanted this whole thing to do is kind of tell a story. So, of course, we do not need a light in the sky here because, sorry. We do not need a star in the sky here because we have our star already built in. And I put them all the way down here on the bottom. Group. There we go. And that guy goes right here. And okay, both of these fit on here almost exactly. Okay, now that we've got all that done, let's get our writing done. So I'm going to pull this out here and push everything up a little bit. First, we need a text box. And that is going to say, "For unto us a child is born." Very simple. Okay. And our font. Okay, so you're going to hit done. Now, we need to change this around first. Our font is, oh, this is all different too. Is BFC, wow. I'm learning along with you guys. Look at this. And it's coffee. It's coffee something, but you just need to know the coffee. Coffee shop. There it is. Okay, now we've got our child is born. Now, what we need to do, if you look right here, do you see each one of these letters is individual? At the very end, we're going to weld them all together. Okay, but I'm not sure how to do that because they have changed the program. I am going to hit this combined. I wonder what unite does. Let's try it. Done. It did it. Look, see now these are all hooked together. See, there's no lines in between. So we're set. But this is very small and you're never going to get it cut out. So I am going to use our pen option. I'm going to go in here to basic cut, like if we're going to change the color, and then drop down menu, and I'm going to change this to pen. And I'm just going to pick, I did a dark blue. to go with the rest of our blue. Now, you can see that this turns into just an outline, okay? Which is fine. First, let's change our size. It's going to be 2.75, 2.75. That's going to bring up our writing a lot closer. See? Now, let me show you a little trick to fill in some of this. Now, once we're done, you might have a couple of places where you have still right in the middle of each letter where you still have a little pale part. I just took my pen and ran over it, so it's not a big deal. We're going to try to fill this in and let's see if it works. Okay, we hit offset. But we don't want a plus offset. We want a minus offset, which means it's going to put it inside your letters instead of outside how it is. So first, let's move our thing all the way down here. Okay, you see where it's at 0? Okay, I did a lot of experiments on this. So I am going to show you, okay. Actually, I'm going to change this. Minus 0.01. There we go. Okay. Now, I can't zoom in. So you can see that it's filled in some. So you push done. And then you hit offset again. And look, those are all the parts that it's going to fill in. And you push done. Then we're going to push offset again. And there's more that it's going to fill in. Okay, now I am going to select all of these. I am going to combine them. Unite will work. Combine, well, doesn't matter. And now this thing, I'm going to make this thing is so small that once your pen makes all of those marks, it's going to be almost solid. Okay. So if there is still a few little light spots, just take your pen and just, lightly fill it in. Okay, now we need to get this right in the right spot because we want it to write it on here. There we go. I like that. Now, you have to tell Cricut that you want to put those words on this piece of paper. So you're going to drag your finger or your mouse and grab both of them. And I didn't get the words. Hold on. There we go. It's got to have that square around the words. And then you're going to go down here and hit attach. And that's going to tell it. Okay. So now let's do Merry Christmas. And we're going to do basically the same thing. Merry Christmas. There we go. And so look, we already used this on this project, so it's already set for us. Done. Now, I'm going to do this bigger just so you see, in case you had trouble with the child is born. And first, we're going to change this to pen and navy or dark blue. There we go. Now you can really see where they're not all together. So let's fix that. Let's go to actions. Again, I think we're going to hit combine. Let's see what happens when I push unite. Perfect. Instead of weld. Look at that. Okay, now before we make it small, we're going to go ahead and do our same offset. And it should still be set at 0.01. And so that's enough to put them right next to each other. So I'm going to push done. Uh-oh, you know what? Actually, I'm going to go ahead and make this small because it'll fill it in quicker. Because the letters are going to be smaller. So this one is also 2.75 wide. Oh, okay. When this happens, that means your offset didn't go with it. I forgot to combine the offset with it. Now, see what the difference is on that and how much is already filled in when it gets that small. That's why we're doing that. So hit undo. Then we're going to grab all of these and we are going to combine or unite or whatever they want to call it. There we go. Now we need to make it 2.75 wide. to 0.75 and 0.39. Okay, that is correct. We have got it set. So now let's finish our offsets, and I'm going to bring this up high. So all you're going to do, you're not going to do anything. You're just going to keep pushing the offset because we've already got it. Now look at that. Look how much is already filled in. Let's try one more time. Look at that. Okay, I don't know if we can do it one more time, so let's try and see. We got a few. I'm trying to figure all this out, guys. So we're all learning together. I am going to go ahead and get all of these, and I'm going to hit attach. That's going to work. I'm sorry, they changed like 2 minutes before I started all of this. Now, you can see how much it has filled in. And as a matter, well, we've already attached it. As a matter of fact, if you want to go back to your child and see if you can fill it in a little more, just hit attach this time instead of unite. Okay. Let's see. That is pretty close right there. Okay, now we also need to attach this. So I'm going to drag my finger, grab both of those, and hit attach. And there you go. There is your writing. Now, I'm going to ask you a favor. Okay. I need you, don't do Mary and Joseph or the star, but I need you to put all of these blue backgrounds together. Okay. Having a heck of a time with this program. You got to wait a second before the ungroup works. That's something else new. Got all kinds of new stuff. So put all of these pieces together. Put all the blue pieces together. And go ahead and put the manger on top of the star. Other than that, usually I have a lot more for you to do. Do those, and then once we get on the craft table, it's going to go super fast. So go cut all this out, and I'll meet you over at the craft table, and we'll get it put together. Okay, guys, here we go. Thank you so much for gluing some of this stuff together. It's going to make everything go a lot faster. This is a 5x5 card. This is your base. This is going to go on top. I organize everything onto paper plates. It just makes it easier for me to keep everything straight. Let's go ahead and do your cover, but we will not attach it to the card yet. You're going to need your smallest, and it goes lighter going back, and then this will be your stars. Now, I almost went through and tried to do some stars on the background. I almost got my toothbrush and some paint out to flick it, and I never could get it to what I like. So I have this gel pen. It writes white. Okay, here, let me show you on the back. Like that. And all I want to do is just I want to differentiate this. We're going to put the star up in the corner anyway, remember? So I just want to kind of have this different from and it doesn't, you can do bigger ones, you can do smaller ones, it doesn't matter. It's not crucial. It just kind of gives you a little bit more dimension. Of course, the middle of this is not going to show because the star will be there. And then let's go ahead and do this one too. Now, you can see I made the mistake, and I probably will talk to you about it on the canvas. I put my cards together first, so if I ever come across anything that's not going to work for you guys, I can fix it before the previous part that we went on the canvas. So I messed up. This should be the bright blue right here. It's not going to matter because Mary and Joseph are going to cover most of what I'm doing here. But of course I fixed that on the canvas with you. Okay, so it doesn't matter because Mary and Joseph. Now, speaking of Mary and Joseph, I want this part of the ground to be more like the dunes and rounded out. I don't want it to just look like Oh, well, this isn't the right one. Here, let me grab this one. Okay. I don't want it to I want it to kind of bend down so it also looks like sand. Okay, so let's do that really quick. I'm going to start right here at the corner. And then I'm just going to barely cut a little bit from the rest of the part. I just want it to look like smooth sand rather than whatever they're supposed to be walking along. And just like that, look what a big, huge difference that made. And all we did was cut off a little bit of the corner. Okay, so there's that. We got everything ready. Let's get our cover. It's 5 by 5. This is going to go inside of this, and then they are both going to glue into the middle of your card. If you feel better gluing your background on first, then let's go ahead and do that. Okay, it's going to be a tight squeeze. I just made it a little bit bigger. I didn't want to add a ton of bulk to this card. So then, you know, it would weigh too heavy. This is a 5 by 5 card. That is a pretty common size. If you, you can make it out of copy paper with the one that was provided with this. Okay, so I put glue all the way around this edge because I'm more concerned. Hold on, I'm gonna have to stand up. My camera is just above you guys, is just above me, and I cannot see just like that. Look at that. There we go. There's your background. And I'm going to put a little bit of extra glue just in between these two, just so to make sure that they glue onto the card and each other really well. Okay. This is a deceptively simple card, but it has a huge impact, and I am totally in love with it, and I'm so excited. Okay, I'm going to stand up again. Sorry, guys. I am totally excited for you guys to see it and make it. Okay, I'm going to put this right in the middle. It doesn't have to be exact, and it doesn't have to be perfect. This is a handmade card, and imperfections are part of its charm. So look at that. Look how quick this is going. Okay, you need your wise men and one of your stars. Okay, we're going to put the star, we're going to keep the star, all the stars gold on the inside of the card, and then we'll do the star and the wise men gold here on the cover. There we go. Now, if you would rather use glitter cardstock instead of this flat matte gold that I'm using, hey, go for it. It's yours. Okay, here's your choices. When I first designed this, I want it all the way here to the edge. When I first designed, I had them actually going up the hill, and to tell you the truth, don't really like that. So, I got a little glue on my stuff. The nice thing about this is it'll wipe right off. But the nice thing about the glitter is that you'll never see it in the first place. So, these guys are taking a journey, right? So, I'm going to start them at this very edge. And I'm going to end this guy where he is totally on the blue. Do you see that? Okay. Again, deceptively simple card. But the reason that I left, and I probably, again, will talk to you about this on the canvas. The reason that I didn't add the decorative paper, which would normally go with a card like this, is I wanted the background to be completely plain. So the blue part just jumps out at you. Okay, I want this to meet this side over here. Okay. And I want this guy to be totally on the blue. Well, both the guys are totally on the blue. There we go. Just like that. And boom, your cover's done. Look how fast that is. And it's so fast because you guys glued some of this stuff together for me. So there, your cover's already done. Simple, easy. Okay, now, hold on. Let me close up my glue here. I use art glitter glue. It dries clear. And it dries fast, and it's really, really good paper to paper glue. I buy it with this with this little tiny tip and a big refill bottle, a little bit goes a very long way. Okay, now, okay, so we're gonna fold this up, then we're gonna flatten it back out again. But first, let's get our folds going. Okay, these two in the middle, this one and this one, they are gonna bend up, what some people call a mountain fold, and we're just gonna get it started. Okay, you're not gonna fold it all the way, you're just gonna start it. Okay, and this is going to fold down, what they call a valley fold. Okay, see that right there? There we go. Here in just a minute, we will really start working on these folds. Now, this one, another valley fold. Sometimes if I put my fingernail in the score marks, it's easier for me to bend. Okay, up. These same ones over here, up. Well, the fold goes down, the sides go up, just like that. Okay. Now, this, you're going to have two folds here because we got to make the book. First, this first one, and you can pull these back. You can't really hurt it much. Okay, and then this one. So what we're doing, there we go, just like that. Let me make sure that I've got mine going the right way. Okay, this other side I'm going to get started. So this part you're going to bend down. Hold on. There we go. There you go. And this part is a valley, and this part is a mountain. Now, you may be having the same trouble I am. My card wants to fold on the score marks that are the pages, and we don't want that. So I'm just going to keep working on it. Okay, so we're just going to keep on our bends. Like I said, you're not going to hurt it. Okay, you just keep making all your bends that you need. And then as you're working it, you're bending them even more and more. Okay, so now, and this goes in. There we go. We're getting there. This goes in. This goes in. Okay, right like that. Okay, I'm going to put my folds down really good. There we go. Look at that. Now, when you display this card, it is made to display like this. It does not open all the way up. Okay, so now you've got all your folds done. We're going to make it back sort of flat. And let's get it decorated. This is going to be fast and easy too. I really liked how this turned out. I wanted it, again, super simple, super plain. Okay, so the left side is Mary and Joseph, and then the right side is the manger. And Mary and Joseph go on the very bottom. So let's put them on that first. Okay. This was actually, well, this was a fun card for me to design. I had a little trouble with the printing. I am still not super confident about it, but I liked how it filled in. So there we go. There's Mary and Joseph. And let's get, and we're going to put the other star up here in their sky, but let's go ahead and put the manger on this one. Now it should go really far to the, it's going to go all the way to the bottom because your star, see, is going to hit up top. So first, let's get your star in there. Can you see? I don't know. It doesn't seem like it's nearly as bright as it usually is. Maybe that will help. Okay. Now, while we're doing this, and we've got all this wet glue, I'm going to tell you right now, and I tell everybody this, leave your card open for overnight or a few hours and make sure that the glue dries really well, because you do not want to glue it to itself, or to the inside of your envelope. You're just going to eyeball it to where it's right in the middle or close enough. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's a handmade card. There you go. And then all you got to do is glue them here. Oh, wait, whoops. Almost forgot our other star. Hold on. There it is. Let's get this guy because that's where Mary and Joseph are going. Right? They're following the star like everybody else, like the wise men. Okay, I'm going to put it right here. So it looks like them and the wise men are all kind of doing the same thing. And then these two glue right into your squares. Okay, so I know this looks hard, but it's not. And I think you're really going to like this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and push this flat just to make sure. You got to make sure that you put it in between your two score lines. You'll have a little tiny border around it. Not much, just a little bit. And then let's put this guy in. I always make sure I get my corners. I am really bad about forgetting about my corners. And then, because glue is wet, they pop up. Okay, so again, you want this even with this other guy so it makes it look like pages in a book. Here we go. Just like that. Look at that. Okay, now, this is how it folds. And it's still folding good. So, we need to attach it to our card base. Okay, so this is going to go almost flat. Okay, this is going to be about 1/4 inch all the way around. Same on this side. Okay, now it's time for us to glue this inside. Okay, I told you this was going to be quick and easy if you'll just help me out and make a couple and glue up a couple of these things. Okay, we are only going to glue this, and all this U shape right here. And that's it. Okay, we're going to start on one end. There we go, like that. Okay, now we're going to do one side at a time. So I'm going to bend this up and out of my way. And we'll refix that. We are only gluing right here. Okay, so you're going to go right here. None of the rest of it gets glued, just this part. Now, a lot of these cards will have paper that you glue into each one of these little sections all the way around, and they're really, really cool looking, and I love them, but not for this card. Okay, so now we know that it's going to be 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. So that's what we're going to do. So get it lined up about where you think. Yeah, that's about right there, isn't it? Okay. There we go. And that's the reason that I bent that, is because I want to keep all of that up and out of the glue. Now, this one, you're going to have to stretch across. Okay. And it is supposed to be like that in the middle. Okay. So now let's switch this around. And we're going to do the exact same thing. You're only going to glue on this U part right here. Okay. And then we are going to stretch it down so it's the same distance here. Okay. So we're going to take it down here. Put it at about 1/4 inch, just like we did on the other side. There we go, just like that, see? And, you know, make sure your glue is in there good, and you're going to pop this back, okay? And then, hold on, it needs to fold like this. Hold on, there we go. Do you see that? Do you see how the ends of your books are folding? Just like this? Okay, so you do that, and then you're going to practice for just a second. Okay. I want you to see, look, see, my card doesn't know where to fold. It doesn't know where to go as I am making it. I mean, as I'm folding it. So basically, you just need to practice opening and close it a bunch. And then, there, see? See, now it's working fine. Okay. Look how pretty that is. Okay. All we got left is our cover. But again, please leave this open and let it dry. Okay. And I know this card is deceptively simple. It is simple. But I think it makes the whole blue part, or the whole part that isn't cream, it doesn't matter what color it is. If you'd rather it be green, I just thought the desert at night would be blue. Okay. This goes right in the middle here. There we go. Same distance, about 1/4 of an inch all the way around. And look at that. You're done. Look what a great job you did. Look at, there's that. See? I gotta train mine a little bit better. Okay. And it displays just like this. So, you know, you could even sign on the back, and they could set it out as decor. You know, every year, stick it up in their little bookcase or something. I think that would be cute. But look what you made. You did a great job, and I am so proud of you.